Round number 1. We won the die roll. Pretty nice to just be able to look at the number of lands that we have as opposed to what colors they are. We're definitely going to keep this. Not the best draw because it could use a 1-drop, but whatever. We've got Matron that we can go get, what's it called with? Beetleback Chief. Then we can, like, if we draw lands, we can, like, Beetleback Chief and then Flowstone Hellion and then Rites to finish them off. Or sometimes you just go Matron, Beetleback Chief, Rites. And if you catch your opponent off guard or if they think you're racing, then you just destroy them. So we'll see. We can also just go Matron into Matron and just search up a bunch of Matrons to keep our hand full and then Rites him out, depending on what his game plan is. Whew, that's a good draw. Let's say go. No 1s or 2s is incredibly rare, I think, for this deck. You saw our curve. It's absurdly low, but I guess I shouldn't say that. We do have 2 1-drops in our hand. They just didn't happen to be creatures. So let's Matron, and we'll decide what we want in a second. Likely Beetleback Chief, but it could also just be another Matron. It's often worth it to chain Matrons together. We've got 2 more to go. If we don't get that, we could get greedy and go for Goblin Lackey plus Reckless Charge next turn, but if he has any creature, he'll just block it, so that doesn't really do it. So we probably just get a Matron, play a Matron next turn, Reckless Charge it, and get in there. So let's get Goblin Matron. This is going to be a Rites of Initiation hand here. We don't really have any super direct way to just punish our opponent, so we're probably just going to go Matron, 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 Beetleback Chief, Goblin General, Reckless Charge, Rites, something along those lines. All right, so we can fight here. If he has a Simian Grunt, I think we're pretty happy to trade off or to let one of these things die. So what I think I'm going to do is play a Goblin Matron. Get probably, yeah, let's just get another one. If he's not going to do anything, this is fine. And then we'll Reckless Charge this Goblin Matron and get in there for a good hit here, potentially. These are expendable cards. They're ones that if they get grunted away, we just don't care. Yeah, and there's grunts, so he gets to eat a 1/1. I mean, I shouldn't say we don't care. It matters. Oh, he's going to trade it for damage. Okay. That does mean that he doesn't need to worry about paying the echo cost on it. But it would have been interesting for him to eat this goblin, just take his licks from the Reckless Charge, and then just pay the thing, and then just eventually leave it up as a 3/4 with regeneration. It's pretty tough. He just torched a Goblin Matron? That's insane. All right, well, we know what our plan is. Goblin Matron... Absolutely. And yeah, I think the plan is just to go ahead and get our Beetleback Chief here. And play another Goblin. So yeah, we're going wide. I'm pretty shocked at this play. He must just have nothing going on. Oh, wow. The plot thickens. Oh, you monster. Though it's not really doing much. Yeah, he's just going to bounce a Prospector. It kind of doesn't matter. I like where this is going. I mean, he's playing relevant spells, but, well, they're not really that relevant, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to play Beetleback Chief here. So what he's going to be tempted to do is to stay back with Yavimaya Hollow to protect his Mana War so that we can't repeatedly attack him. But what that is going to let us do, unfortunately for him, is just keep building out our board and just not attacking him, because we really just want to be able to do this anyway. He's got his own Flowstone Hellion, okay. And it's not going to come in, though. This obviously matters in a big way as well. Yeah, sure. Actually, you know what I want to do? That. This way, if he taps out, we can probably kill him with Rites. If he doesn't tap out, then we still have nice game plan here with General, or if we draw a land, we can even Flowstone Hellion. Oh. Alright, that changes everything. I guess I could have Fireblasted in response. That would have left me with 2 mountains. Yeah, we would have won. Right? If I Fireblast that thing, then I'm down a card, but I get that card back, and then we can untap, and he's only got Mana War. Yeah, I should have just done that. We're going to have to play for quite a few more turns now as a result of that. Oh well, I missed it. A little loose there. Let's trade this off for Mana War now. Or ideally 2 Saproling tokens, but yeah, I should have thought that through. That's frustrating. I do that sometimes, I just click. Yeah, should have thought that through too. Oh, I think I'd rather just have this General on than gamble on Drill Sergeant there, but at least it would have been an option. 1, 2, 3. FTK. Wow, this guy's got it all. No wonder he's playing all these colors. He's got all the good cards. And he's going to kill our General. Okay. All right, well, this is going to go for a while. Can't we find a way to win this game now? Probably. He's getting Aether Mutation back. All right, the grind is on. We're obviously not going to let him make that same play again. All right, so I can definitely attack with Flowstone Hellion now. He'll probably just trade off Flametongue Kavu for it. Additionally, I could Fireblast the Flametongue Kavu now if I really want. And then attack with the Hellion, prompting him probably to block with 3 Saprolings, and then setting up a potential Rites in a turn. The only card we know that he has is a Flowstone Hellion, or actually the only card that we know that's a creature is a Flowstone Hellion. So if we get rid of Flametongue Kavu now, yeah, I'm going to try to trade the Flowstone Hellion for it, because I want to make that Aether Mutation really bad for him. And this is a pretty easy trade, I think, on his side for the FTK, unless his plan is to Aether Mutate it, in which case he probably just throws a Saproling or even a few Saprolings in front of it. If he kills 3 Saprolings, if he throws 3 Saprolings in front of it, I'm like very pleased with that, because we need to get a few of these off the board, and once we do, this thing becomes a game winner. All right, just 1 chump block. I'll take it. So we get a free card out of it. Well, not card, but we get a free creature out of it there, so that's nice. And I don't think I need to play Goblin Lackey here. I think it's probably better off as just another card for Rites at this point. Like, it's not putting anything into play. It's just a 1/1 for 1. He's going to repel his FTK. All right, well, we have to kill it now. So now his Aether Mutation is dead, but he can play, if he wants to tap out, he can play his own Hellion. Okay, he's going to play a Hellion and leave up mana. So let's see if this, we have to do some math here, but this might actually just be enough to kill him. Probably not, though. He's got 5 blockers. So we can give +3/+3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, so we can only get in for 8 damage here. We need more creatures, basically. Yeah, we're just going to have to sit here and stare for a little while longer. Somewhat awkwardly. Yeah, darn it. Now he's going to get a chance because we can't kill him here to bounce his Flowstone Hellion again, and that's just going to be really hard for us to go from. So, yeah, we punted this one. And by we, I mean me. I'm not sure how we win. I mean, he isn't doing a great job of finding a way to kill us yet either, but we did exactly what we wanted to do as far as building out our board with rights. And we've got other cards in the deck, but they just can't beat 10 Saproling tokens. All right, now he's got pressure as well. That's a nice draw, because he's still only sitting on this one forest. So if he goes for the Aether mutation on float, I was gonna say we have him because I can Solar Blast it in response, but now he's gonna be able to leave up Yavimaya Hollow, so we just don't get to do anything. It's a pretty good draw. Yeah, that does give us a way to potentially do something here. We've got 6 damage in our hand. Brings him down to 11. He's got 9 creatures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he can just block literal everything that we play. All right, so let's just try to do whatever we can here. He's going to take a few more damage from his Serendip Efreet, and if we can get him to just like let one thing through or something, we might be able to find some way to get in a bunch. I don't think we're going to. I mean, this is just super hard for us to beat. We didn't get a falter. I mean, he's got to worry about us just like peeling a falter and getting him, but he is in the driver's seat as it stands, no doubt about it. This is so annoying. We're definitely bringing in the Settler. I mean, his mana looks pretty sketchy. He's played Karavex Torch, Flametongue Kavu, Flowstone Hellion. Like, we can take out a mountain and just get him, or just take out a Yavimaya Hollow just for value. But as it sits, I don't think we can do much here. Like, I can cash in a Chain Lightning to make him regenerate this and then attack with my own Flowstone Hellion here and make him chump block. But basically, I'm Chain Lightning 1 Saproling out of 9, which is pretty poor. I mean, I've got 9 creatures myself, and every one of them but 1 dies to a Saproling. If I can get 2 creatures or 3, if I can get 3 creatures through, I think I could kill him, but it feels like that's pretty unlikely at this point. Now, what I can do is attack with Flowstone Hellion. He blocks, he regenerates, and then at post-combat I can Chain Lightning to kill his Flowstone Hellion, but I'm just 2 for 1-ing myself there, and I'm not really getting anywhere. So, yeah, I'm just going to say go here. He's getting ticked down with that Serendip Efreet, but obviously we're taking 3 where he's only taking 1, so... Interesting. So I think I'm going to cycle Solar Blast here and take out a Saproling. Try to see if I can find something. Because remember, I still have Reckless Charge down there. So maybe if I can find... Oh, that's pretty good. That would have been really good a minute ago. See if it resolves. I can tap down this land. I can tap down some creatures. No way it resolves. All right. Yeah, we're pretty done here, I think. Let's play this guy. Go ahead. I think he's just going to swing with the team here, because he can basically force me to trade off all of my 1 toughness things for saprolings. And he still gets to hit me for 6. If he has any way to deal any extra damage, he can just kill me as well. Really? Sudden strength? Jeez. All right. Well, we let him have that one. Can't lie. So let's see if we can fix that problem here. Definitely want Goblin Settler. I think I want an Aftershock as well. Like, I really want to be able to disrupt his mana if I can. I think, actually, the Ring of Gix probably is good enough for that as well, though. So let's not play Aftershock. Actually, you know, I kind of like Aftershock against him. Like, because even if he has the land, then we can blow up the land. If he doesn't have the land, we can kill any one of his creatures. And he's got some really pesky creatures to deal with, too. I'll cut the Reckless Charge because it's in betweener anyway. And we'll cut the Flowstone Hellion. Okay, so we've beefed up our removal a little bit. And let's see if I can manage to not toss the game this time. Yes, keep. It's pretty good. See if this guy gets through. All right, so we're just going to put the Matron into play here. And I think I just get Beetleback Chief here. I can get Commando. I could certainly go get the what's it called? The Settler. This is super interesting on what to get, because I think I assume that my guy gets through one more time. I think that's the assumption that I take here. I could also just go get more Matrons. And it's just that I don't really have a way to back those up besides the General, which isn't great. I think Beetleback Chief is probably the default choice, just because it's the most powerful. Yeah, I'm going to take the Beetleback Chief. I think it's just the most powerful option, and if he does play something that can block my Lackey, then I want something really beefy to do on turn 4. Like, this is the safest choice. I think Goblin Settler's the most high variance. Yeah, so there you go. I'm just going to play the General. If he's got a counter spell, I want to see it. Because I don't want to run my guys into Arrogant Worm here necessarily. All right, he's going to counter that. Attack with everybody. If he wants to block and switch on something, then I get to play Beetleback Chief and his Aqua Amoeba is gone. If he wants to block and switch on Lackey, yes please. No problem there. It loses its value so quickly. Like, it lets you get off to some pretty nasty starts, but it's not much of a finisher, so be just fine with me if he wanted to take out the Lackey, or even if he just blocks. I mean, he could just like block and not switch also. Take 4, it's not a big deal. He's at 19. It's got to be tempting to get that General off the table, though. All right, block. He's switching. Great. This is perfect. Definitely what we wanted there. Now we just need to draw spells. We just need action as much as we can get. Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's a shapeshifter. All right, let's get Beetleback Chief down. And say go. And then I'm probably just going to play General and say go, and then I'm going to whack with the whole thing. This gives us the best chance against like single blocking threats, single blocks. He still gets to ditch a card and take out a Goblin General or whatever, but we get big value out of having it hit even just once because everything is getting +2/+2. We'll see what he does for this turn. If he just ships the turn, I'm just playing Goblin General because he's probably got Repel. And he just wants to... Well, actually, this thing triggers, though, right? Whenever it attacks. So he actually has to show us that beforehand. So that's... we probably would just attack into it. He also could just Repel now. Right, let's see what he wants to do here. So if I attack with everything, he blocks, switches. He takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He takes 9. Yeah, that seems fine. In they go. He's down to 3 cards as well. If he has Arrogant Worm, though, like, it's pretty annoying. He gets to eat Beetleback Chief, or I guess he would have switched, so he probably just like trades off Aquamoeba for Chief or whatever and eats General, leaves us with 3 creatures. Sure, man, I'm not falling for any shenanigans here. What just happened? So he discarded a card to Aquamoeba, but the top creature, top card of your graveyard is a creature card. It wasn't anymore because he discarded Torch, so it died. And I couldn't be happier. Except for that, I think I just clicked through my turn. Oh well, I mean, I have lethal 10 times over here, but still, that sucks. I wanted to cast that second Goblin General. I think I was too busy reading this. Aether Mutation, you got it. Fireblast. Doesn't quite do it, but it's pretty close. Goblin General. So attack, attack, attack. He probably goes trade, 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 take 2. That's 6. And then I've got 2 creatures and a Fireblast. What if I Fireblast one of the tokens? That doesn't really do it either. I think I'm just going to attack with Beetleback Chief here. And see if he wants to throw a couple of tokens in front of it. Should throw all 3. Oh man, so tempting, but no. Go ahead. This way we can Fireblast away any big blocker that he comes up with. And hopefully just kill him. And if he doesn't come up with a big blocker, then we can just Fireblast him after attacking. I mean, this is 2, 4, 6. He could go to 1 if he chump blocks something. He's getting back Torch. He's going to Torch the General. That still puts him to 1. Yeah, I like this play. And what it is, I'm hiding the... I'll show you. So there's this thing, but it makes the cards a lot smaller on either this side or this side, so I'm hiding it. And it's a little tricky. Like, I clicked through that one, I think, partially because of that. All right, so attack. He's got Counterspell up too, though. That would be his last card, though, if that is what he has. He's going to be at 1 here. I mean, virtual 1. And we can't draw spells. Oh, no, that thing snapped, resolved. So he's going to need something pretty special here. Like, even Flametongue Kavu doesn't get him out of this. Yeah, we can just attack. Okay, so we win this one. Is there anything we want to change now that we've seen more of his deck? Not really. It was kind of more of the same. I like the Aftershock being here. I wonder if we even just want another one. I guess the Goblin Settler's probably better. All right. Let's see if this can get it done again. That draw was pretty good. Quick start, but definitely a situation where we can get blown out. But as it turned out, we got to still had all these a Fireblast, so that doesn't happen that often. Okay, is this a keep? Yes, it probably is. I mean, it's hard to call this a great hand, but you know, it's kind of what it is what we're trying to do here. So, yeah, we'll keep it. I love having the Goblin Matron in our opener. That's a big one. Okay. We got goblins. It's pretty good. That could have easily been a Mana War there, which would have set us back a ton. That's not bad either. Okay, he's got grunts. I can accept this. If I draw Chain Lightning, I want to be able to actually kill the Simian Grunts. But it's probably better to leave it 1 mana up. Okay, so he's going to have to use up his turn to pay, but the Grunts are going to do a good job. If I knew I had a Mountain in hand, I would probably have not played Patrol and just gone for Aftershock on Grunts. As it stands, I'm kind of priced in to pay for Patrol here as we don't know what we're drawing. Yeah, it turns out we drew a Mountain, but we've got a pretty good backup plan here as well. And I mean, I could just sack a Skirk Prospector to kill it. It only gets me in for 3, though, so I don't really want to do that. Let's play a Goblin Matron while the coast is clear here. And what do we want to get? Everything's good. We can go for old Beetleback Chief. But I think maybe we just go for another Matron here. I mean, it feels like we're not going to be able to start really attacking anytime soon. Although that's not really true. Next turn I could just Aftershock the Grunts and start getting them. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 damage. It's actually a pretty good chunk, pretty big chunk. We really need a Goblin General to make that work, though. You know, to really just punish him. But with 3 of those around, it seems okay. I think maybe we just get a Beetleback Chief here. Go. Now, if he goes for Aether Mutation here, that's annoying. I mean, we can't do anything, though. And he does have to pick this thing up a bunch of times. Drifters, okay. And we draw Fireblast because we're awesome. These creatures are functionally identical at the moment. They're not really doing much. I mean, Solar Blast kills Thalkalos Drifters. Fireblast does stuff. Aftershock does stuff. I mean, I feel like I want to kill something here. It's going to look a little shady if I don't play the Beetleback Chief because he knows I have it in my hand. But if I play the Beetleback Chief, I'm priced into Fireblasting whatever he goes for Aether Mutation on, leaving us with only 2 mountains and having a 4-drop and another 4-drop in our hand, which is awkward. If we pass a turn without doing anything, then the plan is to Solar Blast the Thalkalos Drifters. And if I have to Fireblast the Simian Grunts, I have to Fireblast the Simian Grunts, but I just don't think that's going to happen too often. Like, I really don't think that he wants to Aether Mutate his Simian Grunts because then he has to recast them and repay and do all this ugly, awkward stuff. So I think we just say go, and then he probably does something, and then I Solar Blast Thalkalos Drifters, assuming he doesn't play his... wow. This guy's going deep. All right, so let's Solar Blast here. See if this works. And then I'm probably going to go Beetleback Chief and just blow this thing up with Fireblast and hit him. I could also be patient, play Beetleback Chief, say go, and then aftershock it. I could even blow up Ivory Tower, though my gut tells me it's not going to get too far out of hand. The only way Ivory Tower really destroys this is if he has, like, what's it called in hand, like Factor Fiction or something to just load up. He's really tanked out here. Discards a card. Shadow. What? I have no idea what just happened. I don't know why he did that. All right, well, Beetleback Chief it is. He's going to counter Beetleback Chief with logic, but he had enough for that. I don't understand why that mountain is in the yard. All right. It's not a ton of damage, but it's going to add up pretty quickly if he doesn't have anything, and we are one land away from being able to aftershock to kill any stabilizing creatures that he plays. If he does have Aether Mutation, he's going to want to hit Matron, but we can Matron up some pretty nice stuff here. Yeah, he had it. Matron. Absolutely, I'd like to use the ability. I think we just start getting Goblin Generals here. Yeah, I'm just going to get a Goblin General and say go. He still isn't gaining any life. Yeah, this sucks. I mean, we have to just basically be patient and kind of build out our board here. Finds a mountain. And this thing, which doesn't do anything, and then it is Serendipity. Ooh, Ring of Gix. I like that, but let's play the Goblin General while the coast is clear and say go. With any luck, we'll get to cast and activate the ring. We need a land to do it, but be pretty nice. All right. And he's got one unknown card, which he just drew. So, yeah, let's just go for it. Ring. Tap down Serendipity. And this. Should basically wipe his board here. Because this thing will kill him. Like, our game plan is to get a big hit of damage in and then let this thing kill him, basically. I mean, I expect him to chump block, and take 4 here. Like, he needs to conserve his life total in a huge way. And all of his incidental creatures would be gone, and he's going to be left with 1 Efreet. We're going to have, like, 3 or 4 power left, and we're just going to keep hitting him. Oh, he's not doing it. He's taking... Wow, is he taking all of this? So he's dead in, like, a turn? I like this. Now my Ring of Gix just takes over. Cycle Sparks. Wow, he brought in... Oh, I guess Spark Spray is good against us. Yes, yes it is. Because of this. All right. So we had a hiccup there in the first game where I forgot that I can sometimes cast spells with no mana, and it costs us the game in a pretty big way. But we managed to find victory over the next 2 games, and hopefully over the next 2 matches.